next video is extremely odd and comes to us without much context, so you have to draw your own conclusions as to what was captured that day. The clip was uploaded by Dark Path Scary and was filmed by a driver who noticed the strange occurrence and pulled over to catch it on camera. It was a bright and sunny day and the sun was just falling behind a cloud when something caught the cameraman's attention in the sky. We can clearly see the sun to the right, falling over the cloud. So what could be causing the strange moving burst of light that seems to sway over the cloud? It almost looks as though the cloud itself is on fire. It was just as strange in real life as it was in the video. Is this a spirit sighting, a lost soul, or maybe an angel? Have you ever seen anything like this before? Maybe this could be something paranormal. Let me know. User Oh My God Jazz has shared the next capture to the paranormal Reddit section. My university teacher showed me this photo that was displayed in one of our campus buildings. There is an old mine near our university where the photo was originally taken. Can you see him? It's hard to not notice this face peeking out from one of the pillars in the back. The staff states that this could be a spirit from the olden days that used to work in these old mines. What do you think? A strange light reflection, lens flare of some sorts, or a visitor from the afterlife? Now we are looking at an update from user WinMCPix, who had shared some eerie poltergeist encounters from his home, in which he and his family is living in. The spirit loves to spook the whole family, including his little son. The unsettling truth: the activity has elevated from loud and terrifying rattling noises to full-on shadow sightings. This clip was captured one night after Win was woken up by a loud bang.
Hello? Hey, no, stay there. Hey! Oh my God. Dude. It's okay. It's okay.
The shadow was just sitting in his chair, possibly waiting for Win to show up. Creepy. A few nights after that, their security camera outside of their home has captured the following incident and alerted the family that movement had been detected at the time. The family had never seen such a weird object, and the way it moves makes it pretty unrealistic for it to just be a light reflection from the street or from the neighboring houses. They are certain that this capture is connected with the scary encounters in their home. Could this be? The next clip was uploaded to Reddit by user SquishMuffins. She writes that this was captured by her neighbor's bedroom security camera while they were out of town for the weekend. They noticed that the camera had picked up some movement one night while they were away, although there were no people or pets in the house the entire time. SquishMuffin states that the house has had paranormal activity occur in the past, so they were quite scared when they realized that there was motion in the supposedly empty house. The owners of the house believe what was captured here was actually the spirit of a woman who is headless, and they point out that if you look closely, you can actually see what appears to be a collar of a dress or shirt on the figure. They also state that they believe the spirit here is sitting up in the bed and then laying back down, as it matches perfectly with the positioning of the bed in the room. It is possible that this is the spirit of someone who either lived in the house in the past or on the land itself. What do you guys think? Is this a paranormal capture, or is there perhaps another logical explanation? This clip was uploaded by Kaylee Logan on Facebook. She tells us that this clip was taken from the Ring doorbell camera at her parents' house. She claims that there has been a lot of mysterious action and sound around the front of her parents' house lately, so she was checking the cameras to see if anything was caught on there. The author of the video says there's no reasonable explanation for what she catches in the clip. She states that there was nobody in or around the car at this time, and that everyone was inside and sleeping when the following footage was taken of her father's car. What she found shocked her quite a bit. In the footage we see a mysterious figure that seems to appear out of nowhere in the passenger seat and moves from the front to the back of the car in an unnatural way. And just as fast as it appears, it seems to disappear again into the air. The uploader also states that they checked the next morning and there were no plants or other objects that could have created this reflection. Some commentators on this video have theorized that there may be a negative spirit who's attached or trapped in the car somehow, perhaps an old owner or someone that was involved in an accident. What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever experienced paranormal activity connected to a car? The next clip was uploaded by Agustina Divia to her very own channel. She made this video of speaking with people on Omegle, which is a platform to video chat with strangers online. But it isn't the video chatting that is the strangest part of this video, rather what is going on behind. Let's take a look. It comes up time and time again that mirrors are doorways into seeing things we normally cannot see with the naked eye. In this case, we can clearly see a dark shape that looks to be sitting up on her bed in the mirror behind her. But when we look to the right, there's nothing on the bed except some clothing. The way the figure in the mirror goes unnoticed throughout the entire video makes the situation that much more unnerving. What do you guys think of this capture? Is it a trick of the eye, or is it the mirror really showing us something paranormal? Your guess is as good as mine. After a family member had passed away, this young man was documenting the state of the building the deceased person was inheriting before. He had to make sure that all the belongings and family heirlooms that he found were well documented and listed. As he started to record inside the house, He believes that he had captured the ghost of his relative. Looks like his relative was standing right behind him when he was checking out the mirror. Or was it maybe just a strange light anomaly? Jigglypuff666999 states that one night he noticed that something was off in his neighborhood. So apparently he was out with friends one night when he noticed a really odd humanoid figure bouncing around out in the open. Pretty weird. But he also captures this on a neighboring street. Is it an animal that got loose by any chance? Sounds pretty human though. On another night, he seems to notice the same noises stemming from a park. Then in front of his house, he captures the bouncing creature once more. Could it be a rake-related creature? Or just a friend of his? Let me know. The following video was uploaded to Reddit by user The Clownin. He wrote that this clip was shown to him by a family member. She had been hearing strange noises in the downstairs portion of her house, so she set up this camera to keep an eye on things from the rooms upstairs. Since this is an older building, paranormal activity had of course been considered as a possibility. The uploader tells us that nobody was downstairs during the time this clip was recorded. Let's take a look. A shadow figure is seen moving from the center of the living room towards the doorway and disappears seemingly behind the wall. We can see that the camera's motion detection feature even picks up on the movement of the shadow. Could this be causing the strange noises in the house? What do you guys make of this possible entity sighting? Is it a ghost? Or is there another explanation for it? The following recordings stem from a channel called The Dead Man's Hand. He appears to explore abandoned places with his friends. On the hunt for the paranormal, they made it into an abandoned building at night and the description says that he could capture some demonic growls.
What are you talking about, man? What's my flashlight? It's just like a building. Let's go to another building. Yeah, we're going to another building.
What the? Alright, I just tripped myself out, but I got it on camera, so it's alright. I just saw someone on those stairs. I swear to God.
To me, the first one surely sounds more like a burp than anything. The video ends abruptly after capturing the second one, so I can't determine it. But what do I know? What I find way more interesting is the following capture that the camera operator made in another abandoned house. The group opens a locked door to the second floor of this building. The cameraman is the first person to take the stairs, and it is up there where he comes across an ominous apparition.
Careful about the floor, bro. I'm looking down through it.
We should definitely go one at a time.
I definitely don't want to.
Alright, I just tripped myself out again. I hopefully got that on camera.
Some say it could be a devilish figure, escaping to the left. I have really no idea what this could be myself. Now we're taking a look at another news station video. In this case it was shared by News Channel 13. On the recording we see journalist Sam Hessler doing live shots during the morning news from the Green Ridge Cemetery in Saratoga County, advertising and informing their viewers about the so-called spooky twilight tours. A viewer reached out to Sam afterwards and told her that there was something behind her to the left side of the screen.
As you can see behind me here, we have a few gravestones, but what you can't see because it's dark out, and as you can see behind me here, we
To some, this looks like a spooky orb that is passing by the graves in the background. Could they be onto something? Some residual energy, perhaps? The crew stated that there were no moving lights at the scene, and even traffic lights seemed very unlikely. So, what was it then? Andrew has sent me the following clip, and it says that the man in the video has captured a really ominous shadow figure in front of his window. This made him feel quite uneasy, which is pretty understandable.
Meu Deus, eu tô vendo. Tá vendo isso, Adriano?
It appears that whenever he gets closer to the window, the shadow just vanishes.
Eu tô vendo.
Maybe it's a reflection, which is stemming from somewhere else.
Olha, Adriano. Mas até porque eu tô vendo essa sombra ali. Ó.
The man stated it was a pretty unique incident, though. What do you think?
Aí eu vou lá e não tem nada.
The following clips were shared by user BV1150, who states that he as well is experiencing some really terrifying events unfolding in his own four walls. Ever since moving into his new place, he was visited by strange shadow sightings and was woken up in the midst of night by loud banging noises and furniture that was being pushed around. His friends never believed him, however, and they were certain that he was just joking around. In the following video, he had a friend over, and indeed, there seemed to be some unusual loud noises that were stemming from his closet, or from right above his closet, which was weird because nobody else should have been there.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Yo, here, listen. Fucking touch that door. Oh, f off the that Ouija board.
Nothing at first glance, but after BV decides to take a look around and opens the door to one of the rooms, there seemed to be something else with them. A really odd-looking shadow can be seen standing at the end of the room, and then it charges at them as if it wanted to hurt them. BV states that they could not sleep at his place that night, and that he has nightmares ever since. If it wasn't just a skit by the young man, has maybe something demonic entered? Something that is now playing tricks on him? Who can say? The following was a video that was sent by Thomas. It was recorded by a camera mounted in a man's car. He was on a nightly drive and received a call at the time. He decided to pull over and to answer the call. He seemingly was distracted at the time. His dashcam camera, however, recorded something sinister on the back seat. A really creepy face seems to be staring at the camera. Many commentators speculated that the man was riding along a haunted stretch of road that night. Could that be so? Has he gotten himself in some ghostly trouble here? Certainly a terrifying image, wouldn't you say? Who knows what that thing is? Speaking of truly unsettling captures, the following was posted by Akaminus, and in his opinion, it was the best capture he ever took in his life. It was captured in an abandoned house in Papuro, Chile, which is situated next to a friend's cabin on the beach. The house that appears outside of the window is part of the shed of the abandoned place. A cameraman took a series of pictures, each of them showing another room of the house. On one of them, this thing came up. He was terrified and absolutely sure that no soul was outside in front of the window. So, is this just pareidoia? Or is it the face of a spirit that might have peeked at him through the window? Let me hear what you guys think. It's a pretty terrifying capture. Now we will be looking at a clip uploaded by LeBronWho422 from the United States. He writes, "Me and my friends were hanging out in my basement for the last night before moving. Kyle thought he found a mouse in the back room. After watching all our videos at the new house, this is what we came across." Well, let's see what the uploader captured in this basement.
So what are you doing?
Dude, come on, man. I just lost like 50 bucks in cards.
You can get over it.
I know. I'm gonna just have to.
What are you doing over there?
I think I found a mouse in here somewhere.
Are you serious?
Dude.
It's not. No worries. I can't find it.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on.
Dude, I'm not standing
Turn
with
the
a
lights
mouse.
on. Turn the lights on.
I'm not standing with a
I'll do
mouse.
this. I'll do
I
it.
can't see anything.
There's no mouse in here.
The video starts off normally, just a couple of friends hanging out and eating in the basement. However, things very quickly take a turn when LeBron pans to his friend in another section of the home. The friend Kyle believes that he spotted a mouse in the dark corner of the basement, but it seems as though he may have captured something even creepier. When Kyle bends down, a large face can be seen behind him. This creature seems to linger in the doorframe until they finally turn on the lights. No spirits can be seen, and no mouse either. The eerie part of this clip is the way nobody seems to notice the quiet entity until much later when reviewing the footage. Is there a reasonable explanation for this video? Or is this definitely a shadow figure sighting, as the men believe? What is your opinion on this?